This is a production of the Gold Arrow Podcast Network.
Hello, and welcome back to the Gold Arrow Camp Pog-Cast, a podcast for friends of Gold Arrow Camp. Throughout the year, we join you to bring your day some of what makes Gold Arrow special. Our goal is to help you have fun, make friends, and grow throughout the year, not just when you're at GAC. Since we can't get together in real life, we gather here around the virtual campfire. We have some of your favorite parts of morning assembly, like Joke of the Day. We also have interviews with experienced campers and some of your favorite counselors. We think it's a lot of fun, and we're glad you joined us here on the podcast. Today it's episode 21, where our guest is an actual astrophysicist. Well, not yet, but he will be. But for now, he's our guest and one of our sailors. It's Astro. This week we had the opportunity to talk with Astro about what he likes about camp. We had a really fun chat. One of the things I really enjoyed was hearing kind of the smile in Astro's voice when he talked about riding a horse, which he did for the first time this summer. I think it's such a privilege to be in a place where everybody from campers to junior counselors to staff gets to try new things. When we're experiencing new things, I feel like we're really facing fears. We're growing ourselves, and that's really cool. And it's really awesome that we have a community that embraces and makes that a part of who we are, that we just try new things. Speaking of trying new things, if you've been following along, you know I've been learning the guitar and I've been working on a new song. Last time we did a little Edelweiss, and this time it's a little GAC-mas Carol I've been working on. Enjoy.
Silent night, star-filled night, friends so great, stars so bright, round the campfire we all sat, roasting s'mores. Now how about that? Sleep will come for us soon. Sleep will come for us soon.
In a world with far too much seriousness, far too much drama, we bring you something different. The joke of the cast.
Why is it called Joke of the Day if it's not funny?
I was doing a little bit of reading about the ancient Egyptians, and I came across an interesting fact, and I wondered if you guys were aware of this. Do you know what kind of music mummies listened to? Rap music. Oh, welcome to the podcast, Astro.
Hey, so I'm glad to be here.
I'm thrilled to have you here. So for people who might not know you, so people listening to this that aren't your friends and family back home, can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do for us at camp, and how long you've come to camp?
Sure. So, as you know, my name is Astro. This year, 2017, was my first year at GAC. First of many, I hope. I'm currently living in the UK, up in a nice little city called Leeds in the north. I'm at university, and I'm studying physics with astrophysics.
I'm like super actually intrigued by that. So what do you want to do with an astrophysics degree?
Ooh, well, there's so many options. I've not quite narrowed it down yet. Still on the search.
Okay. It's fascinating stuff to me. I don't think I could have studied it, but like the universe just kind of makes my head hurt a little bit.
Oh, it's not too bad. It's pretty simple, really.
Oh, well, I'll take your word for it. You're the astrophysicist. So I'm pretty sure you're the first sailor we've had on the Pog. What's your favorite thing about... I don't think we've ever had another sailor on. Certainly not this season. I don't think even the first season.
Yeah.
So
that's great. I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, really, this is pretty awesome. What's your favorite thing about the sailing program at Gold Arrow?
Oh, do you know what? There is no other sailing program in the world that runs like it, I think. We manage to teach people how to sail in 3 hours, and I just think that's fantastic. Okay. If you were to learn anywhere else, it would take a good few days.
Sure.
But we get you out on the water, we get you sailing, and you're pretty competent by the end of it. You're out there sailing by yourself, having a good time. It's just great.
Yeah, I'm always impressed when I go down there because I learned to sail kind of later in life, and it's harder to learn things when you're older. And kids just kind of they go through the ground, like the land instruction, and then they're in a boat, and you look out, and they're sailing and having a good time, and you're kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they do. They pick it up. They pick it up really well. It's quite amazing, really.
Yeah, it really. Every time I see them head off to Willow, so that's that trip where they go to the other end of the lake, I'm like, they're just going to sail. Okay. Other end of the lake. Great. And they go down, they have a great time, and it's into the wind the whole way there. I think it's just incredible. I love it.
Yeah. Fantastic.
What is your favorite thing at camp? And it could be an activity. It could be, I don't know, something we do. What's your favorite thing about camp?
Favorite thing? Do you know what? That is a really hard question because there are so many things. It's quite hard to narrow it down to just one. So I'm going to go with a few. Obviously, my favorite activity is going to be sailing because it's amazing. You get to sail a boat with the wind, and there's nothing better.
Yeah.
What else do I like about camp? I just love rest hours. Always great. Just chilling about, playing cards. And you know what? I got to ride a horse for the first time in my life this summer, and it was fantastic.
I was going to say, I saw
horse.
you on the horse, and you looked like a total natural, and B, like you were really enjoying yourself.
I really enjoyed the horse.
You did. You looked like, okay, this is fun. I'm down. So a lot of times when kids go to sailing, there's a lot of kind of fear and trepidation, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What is it, do you think, about sailing that helps campers overcome that fear? Because the vast overwhelming majority of them end up in a sailboat and not afraid of it anymore. What is it about that process of sailing, do you think, that helps them overcome that fear?
Well, sailing is not really a natural thing. We're not built to be on boats being blown about by the wind on the water. So you're going to have a bit of trepidation about it. You're going to be a little bit scared. But then I think it's one of those things where you realize you get out there. Once you push through that initial fear, you get out on the boat, and then you realize it's not so bad after all. It's not so hard. It might wobble about a little bit, but you know what? If I fall in the water, I get a bit wet. That's about it, really. And then you just learn to enjoy it. Like, without the fear, it's just a lot of fun.
I think that it's similar. I talked to a couple high ropes people earlier this year, and their thing was, yeah, it's scary if you think about it, but when you do the thing and you realize, oh, this isn't so bad, then the fear kind of evaporates and you get to enjoy it. And I think you're right to identify that that's a very similar thing to what happens in sailing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
What is your favorite? We already touched on the horse, so it might be the horse, but what's your favorite memory from camp last year?
Oh, my favorite memory. Okay, so I think it may have been session 2. I got to do some stand-up paddleboarding, and we went all the way to Jet Ski Island and back. It was a very calm day. I think it was a Sunday. There was a storm, I think, the day before.
Sure.
So very flat water, no wind. We could go all the way out to Jet Ski Island, and that was just so much fun. Like, just splashing about in the water, having a laugh.
Yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
I think the stand-up paddleboards have become really super popular, and every time I go on one, I realize why.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really nice way to spend an afternoon.
Oh, it really is. It's so relaxing. And then if you don't fancy relaxing, just jump about, pirate each other.
Right, exactly.
It's so much fun.
You can either relax or you can not relax, but either way, it's super fun.
Exactly.
All right, so you're back in the real world, back at university, unlocking the mysteries of kind of the greater universe.
Indeed.
What lessons from camp are you using?
Yeah, so back in the real world now, and I think there's quite a lot to take back from camp, to be honest. Theme this year, the energy bush. Energy bush? Oh, that's an interesting one.
Energy bus.
That's the one. Yeah, I think the main thing I've taken back from that is creating a positive vision. You're not feeling too great about summer. Maybe you don't want to do some work, but you're like, do you know what? If I do this work, I'll have a better understanding, I'll pass my exams, and I'll get to go back to camp next year. So it's all great.
I love this question because so many times people are like,
I watched kids do something and I thought to myself, well, if a 10-year-old can get over their fears and do these things, surely I can complete this assignment.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And anyone can do anything if they put their mind to it. Truly can.
Yeah, and every year I'm reminded of that, and it's a really healthy reminder. So you come to us from outside of Leeds in the United Kingdom. Mm-hmm. Why did you want to come work at a summer camp in the States?
Right. Well, I've been pretty involved with like the outdoor lifestyle for most of my life, really. I was in the Scouts for a long time. I'm now a Scout leader back home. I do a lot of hiking, obviously a lot of sailing. To be honest, it just sounded like the perfect job for me. I'm out doing what I love in a great place in the sunshine with like such amazing people. So why not?
Yeah, right on. And you said you'd like to come back. Why do you want to come back? What is it that draws you back?
Oh, do you know what? It's got to be. It's such a hard question because I just loved everything about camp. Just like the people you meet there, like such amazing people. Like, just the place. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, I've never went to the US before this year, and just going there just made me realize like what amazing scenery there is there, and it's like my natural habitat. I absolutely love it. Also, I think it's good for you to grow as a person as well. Like you say,
for sure.
You take a lot of things away from camp.
No, I agree. I think it's like I'm 11 years now, and every year I learn something new, and every year I'm reminded of how much I enjoy kind of just being in that environment with people who are positive and want to do good things, and we aren't distracted by anything else. We're just drawn into it. And every year I'm like, yep, we're going to come back for another year.
Yeah. No doubt in my mind, I would love to come back.
Outstanding. All right, Astro. Time for the speed round.
Ooh.
Questions we ask everybody. What is your favorite camp song?
Penguin song.
Penguin song, solid. Now, do you prefer that to be done on dry land or on a capsized sailboat?
Do you know what? It has to be done on a capsized sailboat. There's no point on dry land. Let's be honest.
No, there's no adventure in the thing, is there? Only when the boat's upside down is there grand adventure.
So much more exciting.
What is your favorite item on the salad bar?
Oh God, chicken.
Oh, you're not wrong.
I know. I do
always
I do like the cucumber as well.
Yeah, but I think I'm with you. The chicken is seasoned just enough. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm in.
It's perfect.
Favorite lip balm flavor?
Oh, quadberry has to be the only one.
Quadberry, solid choice. Mallows or popcorn?
Okay, I'm going to go for a little cheeky answer here. You roast the mallow, you then take the outer shell off, fill it with popcorn, and then eat it. It's magical.
Oh, see, I've always seen it done the other way around, where you roast the marshmallow and get it gooey, and then roll it in the popcorn.
Yeah. So once you've taken the shell off, you've got the gooey bit, and then you can roll that as well. It's great.
Oh, that is, it's the best answer for that question, I think. And finally, Astro, what's your real name?
Well, my real name is...
Oh, I'm so sorry. We're all out of time on the podcast. Next time Astro's on, we'll start with what his real name is. Thanks for coming on the podcast, Astro.
Oh, no worries. I'm glad to have been here, Soy. It's been great.
And now, it's time for another GAC-spiration with Sunshine.
This week's GAC-spiration comes from Katrina Mayer. Please don't hide your inner awesome. The world needs it.
Well, that does it, friends. That's the 21st episode of the podcast in the books. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate that. Appreciate bensounds.net. He composed all the music we use on the show. Appreciate Astro for taking the time out of his busy class schedule to come and talk to us about sailing, horse riding, and astrophysics. Thanks to Sunshine for reading the GAC-spiration, and thanks to you for listening. Couldn't do it without you. If you like the GAC Pog-Cast, share it with a friend. If you want to add something to the podcast, you got a wow you want us to read, maybe you want to record yourself reading a joke of the day, you can email those to wows@goldarrowcamp.com, and we will put them in the show. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Soy, and I'll save a marshmallow for you.